You know, to beat the Green Bay Packers and not lose at Lambeau for a third consecutive year, well, you need a winning formula. Welcome back to Vikings Game Plan. Paul Allen, WabiVikings.com, Ron Johnson, Fox 9's Vikings Game Day Live. That Vikings rushing attack against Atlanta, pretty powerful when it comes to sustaining, Ron. Not necessarily for the balance of the season, but this weekend. What are some keys?
Yeah, I mean, Aaron Rodgers said it. They have a defense now, so you're going to have to watch the box. The count has to be on. If Kirk Cousins sees anything that doesn't look worthy of running into that front, you throw the ball. He did that to Chad Beebe, and so we're going to need Kirk Cousins to really be effective in his checks in and out of runs to pass.
Yeah, I agree with that. In fact, I would say a similar thing is you're probably going to have to do that. You're going to have to throw early in this game, and that's tougher because you're on the road at Lambeau Field where that is advantage pass rush when the pass rush is at home. So 38 runs to 10 passes last week is great. That's storybook fairy tale for Mike Zimmer. That's not happening most likely at Lambeau Field.
You see Dalvin truck Deion Jones anyway.
Yeah, and physical runner and being physical in this environment is going to help. Now, the Bears did not have a great run-pass ratio. The game got, as they would say, left-handed on them offensively in a hurry. 15 runs to 45 passes. So you don't want that if you're the Vikings. You want somewhere in the middle.
Go ahead and stack it up against the Minnesota Vikings run of what they just did with that 172. Singles, Thielen, Diggs, Rudolph. We know Dalvin can catch it. I mean, seriously, pick your poison.
Well, I would say Green Bay is much better in the back end in their secondary this year than they have been in years past, but it's still Diggs and Thielen, the best duo in the NFL for my money. So if they are going to put 7 and 8 in the box, I think they're going to be challenged with Diggs and Thielen.
Anthony Harris, safety for the Minnesota Vikings, named NFC Defensive Player of the Week, and he was just a component in an absolutely dominating defense. So the defensive effort against Atlanta was fantastic, but with that, more than Anthony, there come keys.
Yeah, you have to be able to disguise the coverage. I think that's the biggest key is you can't show these NFL quarterbacks, especially the elite ones, what you're going to do. And so Mike Zimmer's defense did a great job of having Anthony Harris look like he was going to play press man.
Yeah.
He backs into a zone and he plays a little robber.
Look at Anthony
right up
here.
Under the pass of Julio Jones. And so that's what he thought is he thought Anthony Harris was the jam guy. And so he was like, oh, I got Julio Jones one-on-one. I'm going to him. And he predetermined that throw. Quarterbacks will do that when they think that's the coverage. Other than that, the blitzing, Anthony Barr on point every time. When he was supposed to go, he didn't show it too soon. I said that. You have to unleash him. When he's going full speed like this, going after the quarterback, that's a group that's scary.
I don't know if it was because it was the home opener, if there were extra days to prepare so they knew the plan really well so they were able to play fast. I don't know what the attribution is, but the Vikings defenders who are known for their speed stood out in the game. Danielle Hunter and Everson Griffin off the edge. Anthony Barr on the first play of the game with a sack and then running down Matt Ryan 2 plays later. Trey Waynes, forced fumble, pass breakup. Speed players looked good on Sunday, so I think that was the key to that effort.
Now, Matt Ryan, very good quarterback, never has beaten Mike Zimmer as head coach of the Minnesota Vikings. Matt Ryan here, with all due respect, Aaron Rodgers here, man. This is HOF. He throws and he runs. So, Ron, some keys to slowing number 12.
Yeah, he's one of the best off-schedule quarterbacks we've seen. I know that's what they want Kirk Cousins to start doing more. Get out of the pocket and still make a good throw. Outside of the pocket, 18 touchdowns in 3 years. He is the #1 quarterback when it comes to that. And so it just shows, one, that these guys have played together for a while, so they know when Aaron's running around, keep moving, because he's going to still throw it. Where a lot of times receivers think, okay, it's time to block because our quarterback's going to run, a la Cam Newton. And so it's just a different beast when he's out of the pocket. Yes, he can beat you with his legs, but if you think and you come up to try to stop the run, he's going to throw it over your head, and that's where you have to stop Aaron Rodgers.
I think the key for the Vikings defense is going to be for the cornerbacks to be physical at the line of scrimmage with these big receivers. I mean, these receivers are big and physical. 6'3" for Geronimo Allison, 6'4" for Valdez-Scantling, 6'7" for Jimmy Graham. Now, the best one is Devontae Adams. He's 6'1". Not super tall, but he's their best receiver. Everybody else is big and physical. I think that the Vikings are going to have to be physical with those big physical receivers at the line, disrupt timing, and then be disciplined on Ron's point, the second play late in the down. Have plaster coverage, what they call it in the business, but you got to be physical with these receivers at the line.
You know, when the Vikings tied Green Bay at Lambeau last year, high-scoring game, running back Aaron Jones did not play in that game. You know, and Aaron's a quality back, so you add that component there too. That's probably only going to help number 12.
Well, no doubt, and I think that he's also a willing pass protector, Paul. So adding to his physicality, I think that he will help against the Vikings pass rush. So he is an all-around back.
Border Battle 118, we can't wait. Both teams are undefeated, and it's at Football Americana, Lambeau Field. Thank you very much for watching Vikings Game Plan. For Wobby and Ron Johnson, I'm Paul Allen. On behalf of the Vikings Entertainment Network, go Vikings.